Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chic Blessed, and if you're new here, welcome and kindly join the family. Subscribe to this amazing channel. It's absolutely free. Click on that subscribe button right below here and join the family. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your views for my previous two videos. I appreciate a lot and God bless you. So today's video, as you may have already seen from the title, it's basically a story. So it's story time. So get your popcorns, get whatever it is. And if you've ever had a similar experience, kindly just let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your story. Have you ever had yourself as a side chick? Was it knowingly or unknowingly? How did you discover it? If it was not unknowingly, what was the reaction when you discovered that you are actually mpango wa kando? Let me know your experiences. So I got to know this guy 7 years ago. Let's just call this guy April. So I got to know April through a WhatsApp group that I was added to by a friend. So it so happened that April was also in that WhatsApp group. I don't really remember what the group was all about, but I do remember that the group was very active and it had very active members. And I was among the active members in that group. So I used to comment a lot, I used to post a lot, and I think I caught the attention of April. So April decided to side chat me. So we started talking outside the group now, and we became really good friends, even though we hadn't really met in person. So a few months later, I lost my phone, and for some reasons I couldn't replace it immediately. So we kind of lost contact, and by the time I replaced my phone, I had already decided to change my phone number. So there was absolutely no way that April could communicate to me. I had his number, but I just didn't bother calling him or texting him or something like that. So we just left it at that. Fast forward to 1.5 years later. We actually didn't talk with April for 1 year and 6 months. So fast forward to 1 year and 6 months later, believe it or not, I don't know if it's a coincidence or it's just life that wanted to teach me lessons or whatever it was. I really don't know. But can you believe that we reconnected with April in yet another WhatsApp group? We found ourselves together in yet another WhatsApp group. And this time around, we reconnected, we started talking again, and this April guy now didn't want to lose the chance. So he proposed that we meet in person. By this time, we had really become so close, and the idea of meeting him excited me. So I just said yes, that was a good proposal. I mean, by that time, April was that kind of a friend that I was looking forward to talk to in the evening. Can you imagine someone that I hadn't even met, but I just felt like he was someone so close to me, so close to my heart and all that. So when he suggested that we should meet, I was really up for it. And finally, the day for our meeting came. So on that day, we had like a cadet, and we had a nice time. We got to know each other in person. We talked, and that was it. So later in the evening, this dude texts me and told me how happy he was that he met me finally, how he enjoyed my company and all that. I also enjoyed his company, but you know, ladies, you're not going to tell. You're just there waiting for the other person to say it. So, and then on that same evening, he told me that he would love to be my man. It was basically the first day I met this dude, and then he comes up with this absurd idea of wanting to be my man. I mean, he didn't even try to know me a little bit more, but at this time, I already liked the guy. But no, no, no. There was no way that I was going to admit to April that I actually liked him. So I just told the guy that I need time to think, and after maybe 2 weeks, I'd give him the answer. So this guy was really cool and patient. He told me, you know what, you can have all the time you want, take all the time you need, but make sure that once you decide, you're going to choose me, because I assure you, you are not going to regret the decision. And fast forward to 3 weeks later, I called this guy and I told him that I was ready, and I told him that we could do this. Let's start dating. And this guy was over the moon. I mean, was so happy. I actually felt so special. So we started dating, and we would meet often. I mean, he used to work at a faraway place, but he used to make time and meet me. We used to have our dates, used to reconnect and such kind of stuff. So I remember at one time we were together and his phone kept ringing, but he just stared at the phone and didn't answer the calls. So I told him, why don't you just answer the calls? I mean, it could be something important. And ladies and gentlemen, this son of a woman decided to flatter me. This is what he answered me back. You know what? At this specific moment, nothing and no one is more special and more important than you. So, I felt so special. I mean, he made me feel so special that I didn't see that answer coming, and I felt good. Deep down, I felt good, and I didn't bother him for the rest of the date. So the phone kept ringing, but he didn't answer it at all. He could just put it on silent mode, and that was it. So after that, I went home, and the following day we met up yet again. So on this specific day, I told April to show me his pictures in his phone. So this dude gives me his phone, and I'm there scrolling to see the pictures. So I came across this specific photo that caught my eyes. It was a photo of him and a certain lady, and from the look of things, there was something going on between the two. So as his girlfriend, I decided to ask him who the lady was. And April told me, don't mind it, it's just my ex. So I was like, okay, but why do you have a photo of your ex in your gallery? And this dude told me, you know what? There are actually many photos of the both of us. I just haven't deleted any of them, but don't worry, I'll delete them with time. Can you believe that answer in itself already sounds suspicious? I mean, why would you keep memories of your ex in your phone and you don't seem to be bothered? Why? Are you still hoping for something to happen and you go back together? But can you believe I believed this dude and I was satisfied with his answer? So I didn't think much of it. I mean, this dude was so convincing. I swear, and I'm not even exaggerating, this dude could lie for a nation. He had convincing lies. You see the kind of lies that politicians tell and you actually convinced they're the truth. This guy was a pro. I mean, I think he had a PhD in lying and he was so convincing. So months passed and one fateful morning, I log in into my Facebook page and my inbox and I see this text message from a lady. And this lady is brave and straight to the point. So the lady was like, hi, how do you know April? So we're just going to call this lady June. So June is there in my Facebook inbox asking me how I know April. So I thought to myself, why are you asking me such kind of a question? So I replied, who are you and why are you asking me this? And the lady said, I just want to know how you know April. So I thought, maybe if I told this lady that April was my boyfriend, she's going to leave me alone. So I went ahead and told her, April is my man. What? Makosa. This lady was shocked and I couldn't really figure out what shocked the lady because her reply was, what? So I replied back exactly what I said. April is my boyfriend. Why are you shocked? So June replied back and said, because April is also my boyfriend. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? There I was feeling like a queen in this guy's life. And the truth is that I was sharing him. I was sharing a man, something that I didn't sign up for. So I told June, you must be lying. Why would you think of such a lie? What are you trying to do? And June replied, everything that I told you is the truth. And if I may just ask, for how long have you guys been together? So this was getting interesting and I wanted to know the details. So because I wanted June to also tell me for how long they've been together, I had to answer her back. So I told her for 5 months. Shock of my life. June and April had been together for 3 years. 3 damn years. This was something. I had no option but to call April. So I pick up my phone and I call April, and the first words April tells me, if someone calls you and you don't know the number, don't pick that call. If you see someone inboxing you in Facebook and you don't know the person, don't reply. At this time, April didn't know that June had already inboxed me and we had talked. So he was basically late, but he didn't know. So I told him, wait a minute, why are you telling me all this? Why shouldn't I answer a call that I don't know the person who's calling? And why shouldn't I reply messages? I mean, it's my Facebook account. Why are you telling me what to do with my messages and what not to do? So my guy just tells me, it's a long story, but I'll explain it to you later. So he hung up. And when I tried calling him back to actually ask about this June girl, his line was busy. So I thought maybe they were talking with April, which was the case. With June, I mean, which was the case. So a few minutes later, the dude calls me and tells me, you remember that photo you saw and you asked me about it and I told you it's my ex and I? And I said, yeah, I do remember. So he goes ahead and tells me, well, I didn't tell you the full details. I didn't tell you the full story. So it so happens that that ex of mine wants me back. What? Your ex wants you back? Yes. And another thing that I didn't tell you is that we have a child together. I mean, we have a son. And she's actually using the son to blackmail me into accepting her back into my life. Wait, you have a what? No, I must be dreaming. You have a son. You have a child from a previous relationship and you didn't tell me about it when you got together. Why would you do that to me? Why would you get into a relationship with such a secret? I mean, it's something so big. It's such a big secret and it was bound to come out to the light. Why didn't you just tell me? I told you you could lie for a nation. So this dude tells me, you know, I didn't want to lose you. I knew if I told you right away, you could have left me. I didn't want that to happen. So I was trying to find the right time, the right moment to tell you about all this. No, this was too much to handle. It was just too much. I wasn't going to do this. I mean, all my life has been a lie. All this has been a lie. My relationship with him has been a lie. So, back to Facebook, this June girl texts me and tells me, why are you stealing my man? Of all the other many men in this world, why would you opt to steal my man? So at this point, I was so furious. And I just replied to the girl and said, you are the one who is trying to get back together with April. So this girl goes like, what? What are you trying to say? And I'm like, I know the whole truth. You are April's ex-girlfriend and you're using the son that you have together to blackmail him into taking you back into his life. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard people talk about you behind your back? Any of those kind of rumors that you hear from people about yourself that you actually didn't know about yourself. Yani unasikia vitu about yourself and they are wondering, is someone somewhere using my body and I'm not even aware of it? That was the case for June. She actually had no idea that she had a son. She had no idea. She didn't know she was a mother. She was shocked. So she decided to call April. And can you believe this son of a woman? Can you imagine what she told June? That thing was so painful, and it was so, I just couldn't take it anymore. So June comes back into my inbox and is like, why are you trying to twist the whole truth? And I'm like, what? What are you trying to say? What are you driving at? And this June tells me, April has told me that you're actually the ex, and it's you who wants him back. And he says that he already told you that he has a girlfriend, but you just won't let him move on. First of all, I had already told June that we had been together for 5 months. So how would I be the ex? How? Just how? This girl was, I think she was dumb and she was so in love, but so was I. So we were just like two dumb ladies fighting for a dumb man who didn't even deserve any of us. So finally I decided enough is enough. Yani that thing of me being the ex sealed it. It just was too painful for me to handle. First of all, I wouldn't steal anyone's man. Why would I do that? Why? Why would I steal anyone's man? And this man has the guts to say that I want him back. What? I just couldn't take it. So I just decided to call April and tell him that it's over. And can you believe this dude? He's still stuck with his side of the story that they had a son together and the girl wanted him back, and a lot of nonsense. But I had already made up my mind, and that was how we broke up. I look back and I thank God, but it didn't work because I believe that if something didn't work, it's because God has something better for you in store. And I'm just so grateful because I don't really know what would have happened if you went up being together. I'm just so thankful things went the way they did. So that's just it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, give this video a thumbs up, and share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Kindly don't leave the channel without subscribing. It is going to support me. Thank you so much, and God bless you.